Hi, Jewel back again with Truth in Aspect Astrology, continuing our Synastry series today, and we're talking about partner's sun in the other partner's 10th house and what it's like for that interaction, what these two people feel, what goes on between these two. So Synastry is the study of charts compared together. So we're talking about two charts, two birth charts put together, and you see where each planet falls into each house on the other person's chart. So you can see how different parts of yourself is affecting different parts of your partner. So you can see the interaction between the two of you. So not just aspects between the planets tell us a lot about how partners get along with each other, but also how the planets fall into different houses. Gives us a lot of information. So the sun in Synastry is about one's ego and vitality. It's the warmth we bring to the other person. It's our personality. It's where we really show up big time in another person's life. It's our strength and our ego and our outward thrust. It's not like the moon. It's not our thinking or our feelings or our unconscious. It's the conscious part of ourself. It's where we give that to another person. So the 10th house is what we grow up to be. It's known as the house of career and the image that precedes us. It's our reputation. It's what we're known for. And so when the sun of one person, which is, the big part of their personality, it's, the ego-driven part of one's personality, it's when that comes into the 10th house of another person's, what they aspire to be, their career, what they want to grow up to become, the sun person becomes very much an authority type figure to the house person. The 10th house person looks up to the sun in a lot of ways because the sun has a lot of the qualities that the 10th house person wants to bring into their own self. The sun seems very confident and together and grown up and authoritative to the house person. And so the 10th house person is, struck in that way where they want to adopt a lot of those characteristics because they see that the sun person is very successful in the eyes of the 10th house person. So the 10th house person is very open to being taught and groomed by the sun person. And there's some danger in this placement. There's some negativity here because the sun person can sometimes want to create a bit of a puppet self in the 10th house person. They want to make the 10th house person into what they think they should be. So the 10th house person can become resentful because they are themselves, and we should all be loved for who we are, not for somebody's expectation of what we should be, because that really leaves us out of the equation altogether, and it really becomes another person's own ego-driven whatever that they're looking for in love. So the 10th house person can be very open to the suggestions and to the grooming of the sun person, but when that goes too far, there can be some resentment that builds up because the 10th house person can really back off from the relationship because it can become a very kind of cold, distant career almost type of thing. And there's a tendency for the 10th house, or for the sun person, to make a type of employee out of the 10th house person. It becomes an employer-employee relationship here. So the 10th house person has to be really careful to really stand in their own power and own their own power, and to not let the sun person push them, because really respect is important in this overlay here. The sun person needs to be forced to respect the house person, and the house person makes that happen by not giving in, and by not being fearful of being abandoned by the 10th house person. They have to be able to be in a position where they're feeling like, okay, I'm strong enough in myself where I am going to be myself no matter what. And if the sun person can't handle it, then I'm going to let them go. That is when the relationship can achieve some kind of fairness, because the sun person rarely is going to go, especially at this point when the house person is really worth respecting and is really being strong, to where, you know, the sun person, they want to actually be around that energy. They want to share in that strength. They appreciate that. And that's something that unconsciously they have been trying to build in the house person. So this is a great overlay when it's, you know, teacher, student, boss, employee, guru, teachee. This is a great one. It's it can be good for romantic couples. It is not a romantic placement, but it can be good because it really does inspire the house person to become more, and the sun person really feels, you know, appreciated and looked up to, and they like having that going on in their life. So there are some, you know, negatives associated with this one, but, you know, also a lot of positives. It's just, you know, is really what you're after and what you want and what kind of relationship it is that rings your bell. So I will be back very soon with Sun and Partners 11th house, and I do consultation. You can reach me at truthandaspectastrology@hotmail.com. And I'm on the web, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.